Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Barcelona have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be...
Kachu! That is decidedly lacking.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Now it's De Bruyne.
For me, Peter, Albert Ferrer was one of the very best defenders of the 1990s.
And of course he played in that most famous of all Catalan dream teams.
Yeah, not one of its most glamorous members maybe, but definitely one of the most important.
Cavani, it's Cavani! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Adams. Salah. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's in on goal. Probing pass. Oh, that's a key interception. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early...
Shapes to shoot! It's hit the upright. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Rijkaard does well to stand firm and defend it. Vinicius Junior. Hazard. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Odo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Looking for a runner. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Otto. An instinctive... Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
That has not gone well. Marquinhos. And it's Hazard. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Marquinhos. Knocks it into space.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. Can he get it through? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's there to belt it away. De Bruyne tries to play it through. Chance, surely! And he's straight offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Now, can they get him away? Batistuta! Batistuta! Utterly brilliant! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Barcelona are in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Kukçu. Aimed beyond the defence. Takes a shot! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Calm, composed, confident. Baresi concedes a free kick for that. And he has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
He's on it, can he get away? Batistuta. Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment. Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, easy pickings there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Some resolute defending there. De Jong. Oh, a delicate chip through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cavani.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now somewhat off target. Great vision. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Cavani. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Albert Ferrer does well to get it back. That's a shade optimistic. Cavani.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Pinches it off him. De Bruyne. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Hazard. It's Hazard! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Maradona. And he cuts out the supply. Can he get on the end of this? Vinicius Junior. Corner number 2 then. Batistuta can get it clear. Batistuta clears. That's really well cleared. He's a sharp little ball here. Zanetti. Now it's De Bruyne. He slings it in. Albert Ferrer clears it away. Hazard, who does have an assist to his name. Well, we expected better, and so did he. That is ended up in no man's land. De Bruyne. Well, that pass isn't the best. Played into space. And he welcomes Cavani! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Costa Curta does really well to win the ball there. Threads one in. Kukçu is onto this.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Kukçu. Back they go. Not the most accurate pass. Now that's well seen too. Looking for the run. Albert Ferrer cuts out the pass. That's a cute ball. No, it's come to nothing. And here's Cavani. Looking to play him in. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. No, he's not getting his way this time. White. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Tries to pass it through. He's onside. Plenty to aim at here. Big chance! He's got a goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So there's going to be another change here. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And it's Azar. It's a throw-in. Otto. Deep cross.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Torres. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And the pass is intercepted. Otto. Looking for options for movement. Looking to go deep. And he's being shifted off it. Played out wide. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
He gets big! No, not the best of headers. Nicked it back promptly. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Could have here their final chance.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Albert Ferrer tries to clear. And we're done. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That has been slung wide.
That's good play from him.
Cross to the back post. That has been knocked clear. Looking for the run. He's in plenty of space here.
Oh, really well played.
Chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Ukraine really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And it's Salah. It's Salah! There it is! And that really is so impressive. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. De Bruyne. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Vinicius Junior. Can he get onto this? He's found a way through. Baresi deals with that comfortably. Pass somewhat off target. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Quality ball. Now it's Shevchenko. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear option.
Shevchenko! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Marquinhos. And it's O'Shea. Now that looks a decent ball. There's no flag. Crosses it in. Vinicius Junior. That ball looks a good one. And no, that was never going to make it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now the cross. De Bruyne. And the counter is on. And he welcomes it in. He's onside. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's been won straight back. O'Shea. Now it's Cruyff. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Kiatisuk. Just eases him off the ball. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That is lovely. Oh, important interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good ball out wide. Sina Wang hurtling down that right flank. It's a promising position. Oh, no joy this time. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's De Bruyne. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff goes steaming forward. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. O'Shea. Kupchu. De Bruyne. Now it's Shevchenko. Out of play for a goal kick. Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Vinicius Junior. This looks promising. Swings in across.
There will be 1 minute.
Goes for a shot! He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And the whistle goes for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rijkaard is the guilty party there. And he has shown him a yellow card. It's a mighty effort! And now a sudden chance to counter. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Cruyff.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he...
Chance, surely! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Vinicius Junior. In with the challenge. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Takes aim and crosses. Mohamed Salah. De Bruyne. Oh, that's a key interception. O'Shea. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Not the most accurate pass. Cannavaro getting this one clear. Xavi. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's anyone's ball now. Nicely aimed pass, distributed tidily. And now the breakaway. Great defending, strong and determined. That's a throw. O'Shea. It's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Vinicius
Adams.
Junior. Number 10,
O'Shea.
Sheffield. Number 9,
And that is out of play.
Mohamed Salah. Number 23, De Bruyne.
And here's
Coming on the
Cruyff.
field,
Rijkaard
number 2,
does really well to win the ball there.
Number 17,
Interception, his positioning
number
was
18,
spot on.
Mbappe.
Kiatisuk
Number 4, Hazard.
tries to pass it through. Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great vision. Big chance! They've scored! And they've got their lead back. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Strong running down that left flank. He's picked his way through. It's a good-looking delivery. He's cut it out.
Ukraine really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Vinicius Junior.
Such good technique.
Nicely weighted ball.
Ukraine really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Hazard. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Rijkaard. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's fabulous. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And a chance! Sticks it away! Deep into injury time! Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Ukraine give themselves a chance of a and that's it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, and he shoots! He's delivered all right! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Oh, this looks sharp. Del Piero. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Adriano. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Davids. And this is Batistuta. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And the pass is intercepted. He's looking wide. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a promising position. Chance to deliver.
Vinicius Junior
going face-to-face with his great rival. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And this is Del Piero. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, played right into his path. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Lovely feet. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Adriano in the hunt and looking threatening. Now, can they get him away?
Saudi Arabia clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Wilshere knocks it into space. Oh, that was vital. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And it's De Bruyne. Looking for the run. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Couldn't squeeze it through. Tries to play it through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Some really good ball movement. And he's in on goal. Shapes to shoot! It's hit the upright. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Davids. Scholes. They get a throw in. Oh, good looking ball. Can he get on the end of this? Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Adriano. And here's Del Piero. Pinches it off him. And it's Scholes. Time and again they are repelled. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Del Piero. No way through. Tries to pass it through. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a little off target. Over to the left.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Number 15.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Scholes. Oh, good spread. And he's picked it up out wide. He has found the way through. Good read, needed to be. Van Dijk. Davids. Del Piero. And this is Adriano. Now that looks a decent ball. And that has been clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this is Batistuta. De Bruyne. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Scholes. Adriano. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Adriano deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Saudi Arabia with the corner. They're first. And this is Adriano. Adriano! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. Del Piero goes short. And here's Del Piero. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Adriano, Del Piero, spread out to the left. Batistuta's cross, punched away, and reclaimed it in a trice.
Saudi Arabia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Shevchenko. Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here. Scholes. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. De Bruyne. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Adriano shifted it to the flank. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Great vision. The less said about that pass, the better. Kukçu.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 10.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Mohamed Salah. Coming on the field. Number 2.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Number 8.
And the shot! It's there! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
No, that's been intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Griezmann. Oh, super ball. Chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And this is Griezmann. Fernando Torres. Oh, that's well spotted. Thuram. Van Dijk. Saudi Arabia finding their passes. And this is Griezmann. Mbappe. Kukçu. That has ended up in no man's land. Griezmann.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's a sharp little... Big chance! Goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist?
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball...
That's the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans
welcome
have
to
pulled out
today's
all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. So Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Messi goes short. Messi! Against the crossbar! Shevchenko absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a
Great chance! He's delivered all right! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Gullit, taken back almost at once. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Not the most accurate pass. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Gullit. Gullit. Oh, this is a very good run. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vinicius Junior.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And this is Adriano.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Shevchenko. He's found a way through. Well read, nice interception. Busquets. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Wilshere. And this is Shevchenko. And he welcomes it in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. White is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Rijkaard. Vinicius Junior. Pass is just off target. Thuram. Busquets. And it's Salah. Now it's Shevchenko. And the pass is intercepted. Adriano. That has been cut short. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Messi has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he was quick to react. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the through ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Maldini cuts out the pass. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Nicely intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Mohamed Salah gets into a good position.
There will be one
The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. De Bruyne. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Adrian.
And we're off again.
Number 21.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Shevchenko. Number 13, Roberto Carlos.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Thuram. Great vision. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. De Bruyne threads one in. The referee's awarded a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evidence annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't...
Decent chance! Oh, how's that for a goal? He's got himself an absolute peach. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's a sharp little ball here. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Shevchenko. Pass somewhat off target, and that has left him in a heap. No foul, says the referee. And here's Messi. Looking for the run. Shot at goal! Sticks it away! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Messi powering forward here. Now then, the ball's come loose. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Neymar. White. Bale is herring after that one. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He is through here! Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
It's a loose ball. This time, surely! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Mbappe duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them.
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
Final checks on the touchline. A change
10,
about to occur.
Messi.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he was alert to it. That has been slung wide. Pull it. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! Kukcu. And they can counter here. Back into the middle. Saliba makes the interception. Neymar takes control of it and he's on the move. And it's Hullet. Looking for options for move. Oh, that is us! Takes a shot! Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Short changes him with that pass. Neymar. Seedorf. Thinks about the shot. Bale. Oh, they could break here. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
4 extra minutes added on. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Rui Costa. Mbappe engages and forces him off the ball. That's been cut out, well played. He might be in here. Can he finish? It's there! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And that was as close. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And already we're underway here.
So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Well, if flexibility doesn't have an influence on this system, we truly are looking at an approach that is quite negative. But at least there is good scope to turn a seemingly deep-lying defence into a more dangerous attacking outfit. This system will allow plenty of attacking numbers without necessarily compromising on that discipline.
Koundé tries to play it through. Looks to the other side.
We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Real chance! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Pedri. Koundé. Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Marquinhos. And the pass is intercepted. Pedri. Rooney. Knocks it out wide. And that's been drilled in. Kaka. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ball comes in, and it's claimed by the keeper. Saliba, and it's Balde. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Threads one in.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Koundé, challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that is a... And the shot! And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Pedri. That pass has been well intercepted. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Rashford. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rashford. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Koundé. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And it's Rooney. Koundé. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Balde has it out wide and in space. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is a brilliant interception. He's a sharp little ball here. Chooses to go back. And this is Shevchenko. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. There's the whistle then to start the second half. That's a little off target. Nice looking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to pass it through. Out to the left it goes. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Bruno Fernandes. Rijkaard. Van Dijk. Koulibaly. Wilshere. Oh, that's well spotted. Rooney. Rooney will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. In with the challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, some tackle that. Kaká really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Great work on the overlap. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Balde.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
He's picked his way through. And they can counter here. Wilshere. And it's Pedri. And he's there to retrieve it. Balde picks it up out wide. Showing good feet. Nice sequence of passes, this. Rijkaard. He's gone for goal! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 23. Rooney. Serán sustituidos por el
Balde.
dorsal 2.
Balde going face to face with his great rival.
Casa. Cambio de jugadores.
Vitinha. Oh, that's a very decent, great chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vitinha, and it's Simons. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Bale.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's definitely not his best. Vitinha.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Rashford. Vitinha. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this? Pops him off it and wins back the ball.
cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Vitinha, not the most accurate pass. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Aimed beyond the defence. And they're quick to get it back. Kukçu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's with the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. De Jong. And here's Xavi Simons. Oh, that's fabulous. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Oh, it's come loose. Azar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Cleared away. And that will be it. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Pedro Neto, is a real footballing thoroughbred, Peter, and I'm a huge fan of his direct style. There's a genuine intensity and aggression in everything he does, but that doesn't seem to diminish his creative output at all. He goes for it every time.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Looking to play him in. Maradona. Buffon claims comfortably. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
but they should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. Not the most accurate pass. Totti! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh no, this does... And again!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Preston finding their passes. Hoisted in. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in, foot in. Cannavaro concedes a free kick for that. White. Played out wide. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception. So it is still 0-0. And now the breakaway. And it's Beckham. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Takes a shot! Just a fraction high.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. Totti. And this is Cruyff. Crosses it in. That's a goal kick. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Cruyff. Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Totti, played out towards the right wing, looking to go deep. He's got all! They've scored! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Preston are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Shot could be on. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He won't be happy with that one. He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Now it's Maradona. Oh, nice touch. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's in on goal. And a chance! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Preston are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Aims beyond the defence. Can he get it through? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And it's Maradona. Distributed tidily. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Oh, shooting! Oh, it rattles the bar! Quality ball. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pele. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, super ball! Goes down, but nothing given. And the half-time whistle goes. Some first-half thoughts?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station. Substitution on the field.
And we're off again.
Number 4.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, that was vital. It's Totti! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Punched away. And here gets the shot away! And that's caused a worry or two.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That looks a good ball through. Rijkaard. So what can they make of this? Some resolute defending there. And it's Beckham. Spread out to the left. Pedro Neto.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Pele! Superb from Pele! He's got himself an absolute peach. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the Regional Police Department.